Hello, my name's Katie Barford and I work for West Sussex Fire and Rescue Service in the Fire Safety Department, and I have some key messages for you to help you during this period of COVID to make sure you're fire safe. So first of all, it would be best to review your fire risk assessment so that any changes to your business or the way you work, to include different arrangements within the building or the number of people that you have within the building, are reflected in your fire risk assessment, because that would be considered a change. So when you're returning to business from a period of closing down, maybe due to the COVID crisis, it's important that you review your fire safety systems to make sure they're always working. This would include your fire alarm system, your emergency lighting system, any evacuation procedures that you have, and making sure that all staff are aware of what you've done to make sure they're safe during a fire. Another important topic during the COVID crisis that we would advise you not to do is to wedge open your fire doors. It's really important that these are left operational, as they provide people with safe access and egress from the building in any emergency situation. You can purchase hold open devices that will stay open when required to do so, but close on the activation of the fire alarm. We would advise you to use these instead. We really impress upon you to maintain your fire doors, to make sure they're regularly checked so they operate safely. It's very important that you update your staff training regularly, especially if you're taking on new staff or you have changes to your procedures during your working day, especially in terms of evacuating the premises. So when you're providing your staff training, you need to be aware of the key messages. Don't overload plug sockets, keep areas clean and tidy, maintain good housekeeping all round, making sure exit routes are not blocked, and making sure that all doors and evacuation procedures are up to date and operating safely. As a fire and rescue service, we think it's really important for you to keep on top of your electrical safety within your premises, to make sure that your buildings' electrics are regularly tested and that also the individual equipment items are PAT tested to avoid accidental fires. It's really important as a business to keep on top of any waste or rubbish that you have stored outside of your building to reduce that temptation from people to potentially commit arson in your area. So to maintain your escape routes, you need to make sure that they're free from obstructions, that the doors operate safely and are working correctly, that your external routes, so that's outside of your building, are also free from obstructions, and that your emergency lighting is maintained and working in the event of a power cut.